Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've had the thought of being a dropout and just live a life of a successful entrepreneur. However, after running my successful business for 1 full year, I actually decided to continue my final year of study. Today, I'll be speaking from experience and answer whether should you drop out or continue to study. Long story short, I wanted to pursue a startup dream, therefore I started my own business in 2019. It didn't work out. But in 2020, the COVID pandemic actually gave me a chance to take a gap year and I was able to make my business into a 300k ringgit successful business. For the details about my business, you can just check out this video above where I fully explain how I started my business and made it into a 300k ringgit business. While I'm running the business, I actually contemplated whether should I just drop out and just run this business full time. But in early 2021, I joined a clubhouse room and then I understood what's the main reason I wanted to drop out. Let me share that to you. Usually people want to drop out because of this one reason, that they find learning is too uninteresting. But from this, we can branch out into two smaller reasons. First, you just find it too hard, too challenging. Or second, it is too easy that you find all the classes too boring. I personally find that after studying in university for 3 full years, I'm uninterested in learning. Therefore, I wanted a way out. And that way out for me is to drop out. Of course, when you actually find it hard in your university, the first thing that you think shouldn't be dropping out. You should actually understand what is the root of the problem. What is making it so hard? If after finding that reason, you should find ways to tackle it. Find ways like maybe find a mentor, find your lecturer, try to make it easier, or maybe drop that subject. But if you really can't solve that, it's possible that that course is not the right one for you. Therefore, you should probably just change to another course. I understand that programming just isn't a thing for me because I'm studying computer science. So now I'm focusing on data science, which is not something I'm interested in. And yeah, I don't have to drop out just because it's hard. When you actually find that it's because your class is too easy, like when you don't need to go to class and you can get amazing grades and all that, yeah, that's actually a possible reason for you to just drop out. Because usually in that case, it means that maybe you're really a self-taught guy and maybe you really have talent in it. Maybe you're like a Elon Musk or like a Mark Zuckerberg. So this is actually a valid reason for you to drop out. But there is actually still benefits for you to join university. Now let's talk about that. Completing university actually gives you a degree, and that is actually the minimum requirement for most of the jobs right now. And some of the jobs you really do need that degree because they need accreditation from like the Board of Engineering or like the Board of Medicine, something like that. So you basically can't get that from self-taught, and without that, you can't really get a job. While being a self-taught actually makes you better at technical knowledge than anyone else, the university may actually help you in soft skills. People who are usually self-taught or like dropouts, they are usually very smart. And when they're very smart, they tend to just work alone and they can't really work well with others. But in the university, you will have to work in groups for like projects or like events and all that, and that's where it actually tests you on your soft skill. And if you don't have that, you will learn during that process. Because being in a university is kind of like a miniaturized version of a society. When you get out into the real life, soft skill is very important. Inside the job market, you definitely need to use your soft skill to work with others, work with your colleague and whatever. Therefore, studying in university gives you that opportunity to learn all these soft skills. Being in university just allows you to fail with less consequences. I know that we learn from failures, but imagine in the real world, you are writing a software for a paying customer and it fails at a critical moment. Now you're really in big trouble. But in university, there's a lot less consequences and then there's greater risk tolerance. Basically, over here, it's more like a safe zone for you to fail and learn. And you can't really get this anywhere else. I got to learn this from an entrepreneur, Jan Wong, who actually started his first business at the age of 17. During that time, he was using his student label to interview bosses of companies, which are actually his competitors, to understand more about the company and how that company actually worked. He also utilized his school projects to turn them into products where he actually sold to the market. Therefore, being a student actually gives a lot of advantage and people are less suspicious of you. As long as you're willing to learn, they are more likely to share to you just because you are a student. I know that there's another reason why people drop out. They want to work for money. Working does give you money, but education gives you knowledge. And knowledge is the key to unlock more income in the future. Even actually within university, you can start applying all this knowledge into good use by applying for part-time, freelance, or even internship. And then from all this, you can actually generate income. You don't need to drop out just to find a job. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe, and maybe consider checking out one of my previous videos where I talk about my gap year experience and whether you should actually take a gap year. Or maybe consider checking out the Incongruous channel, which is actually a podcast channel created by me and my girlfriend, where we discuss about incongruous thoughts. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.